there, this is Tiffany from the Sizzix Design Team, and I have a fun baby shower cradle gift to share with you. I'm using the Eileen Hole Scoreboards Excel Cradle 3D die, and my biggest hang up with using the Scoreboards XL is that I run out of my little sizzles really quick. And the little sizzles are those little pieces of mat board that you use with these particular dies. So I wanted to see if I could construct something just as sturdy just using cardstock and patterned paper. And here's my boy version. I'm going to walk you through step by step how to create a girly version. So let's begin. Here's what the little sizzles look like. They're just packs of mat board that are already pre-cut for your Scoreboards Excel dies. But we're going to cut pattern paper, and when you do that, you're going to need 2 extended cutting pads. And when you cut your pattern paper, you can do up to 3 sheets pretty clean. This is a thicker pattern paper by Lawn Fawn, so I was able to do 3 sheets at a time. And I have die cut 6 of the sides on one side and 6 of the sides on the other. I have the actual cradle itself die cut in white cardstock, and again I have it in a coordinating pattern paper. Constructing anything 3D, you really have to consider your adhesives. You want it to be permanent and long-lasting and archival and acid-free, especially if it's a baby gift. So I'm going to use these adhesive sheets. They're 12 by 12 and they're by Scrapbook Adhesives by 3L. They're really easy to use as long as you follow the directions. I use 1 sheet per side. I'm only going to put adhesive down on 5 of the die cuts because this one is going to connect to the cradle and I don't necessarily need adhesive on that one. So you can see I have a stack of 4 and then a stack of 2, and I will show you why later on. And now you just do the same thing to the other cradle side. So once you're done applying the adhesive sheets, you'll have 2 stacks of 4 and 2 stacks of 2. Go ahead and set that aside. Now we're going to move on to the actual cradle. And if you have a crease pad, you could run your cardstock using a crease pad and a shim, and it should show up with some score lines. But if it doesn't, you can just use your Score Buddy or whatever score tool that you have on hand, and you can go ahead and score your own lines. And now with the pattern paper cradle, you want to cut off all the tabs so that you only have the pieces for the cradle bars. So now all you have to do is adhere these to the bars. I'm going to use the Easy Dots Mini Permanent because I don't really need a super strong adhesive. This isn't going to act as a supporting roll. This is just decorative. So now we can go ahead and construct the cradle. I have Crafty Power Tape, which is a very strong high-tack tape. It's double-sided. And then I have my Tim Holtz Tiny Attacher. And the first thing I'm going to do is apply my Crafty Power Tape to the tabs on the cradle. I'm just going to keep that side on. I'm going to go ahead and bend these in and apply it to one side of my cradle. And at this point, you want to add some extra support. So you take your tiny attacher and you go in with some staples, just a couple times on the corners, like that. And you do the same to the other side. And now I'm just going to create a quick little tag using the Framelits dies with matching stamps by Doodlebug. And when you use these Framelits dies, I highly recommend that you use flat cutting plates. A lot of people complain about how the die will shift on their cutting mat. And to solve that problem, you just need a good pair of flat cutting plates. And I keep mine flat. You can either heat set them to sort of warp them back into place, or you can just alternate the way you use them. And mine aren't completely flat. We're going to give it a go. Again, this was Tiffany from the Sizzix Design Team showing you how to create a three-dimensional Cradle baby gift using pattern paper and cardstock. Thanks for watching.